Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beloved brothers and sisters. Have you ever wondered why so many people feel heavy, lazy or spiritually drained after Fajr? There is a secret that most people don't realize, a hidden wisdom about sleeping right after the Fajr prayer, and today we will uncover it. When the call of Fajr comes, it is not just a prayer, it is the very start of your day, the moment Allah invites you to light, while the rest of the world is asleep. Fajr is not only about those 2 units of prayer, it is about beginning your day with Allah's remembrance. Now imagine after such a gift, immediately falling back into sleep, abandoning the morning light, the blessings and the rizq that Allah is sending down at that very hour. This is why our scholars and elders would say, whoever captures the morning has captured his day, and whoever wastes it has wasted his day. But let us reflect more deeply. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us that there is barakah, blessing in the early hours of the morning. He would make dua for his ummah saying, "Oh Allah, bless my nation in their early mornings." This is not a coincidence. There is a hidden secret here. The morning after Fajr is a time of provision, of clarity, of productivity and of barakah. If you train yourself to stay awake, to engage in dhikr, Qur'an or even work, you will notice your day becomes lighter, your heart calmer and your anxiety less. But if you throw away this time in heedless sleep, you will feel heaviness follow you the rest of the day. My brothers and sisters, this does not mean sleep itself is wrong. Islam does not forbid rest, but wisdom is in balance. What many people do not realize is that shaitan tries hardest around Fajr. He whispers to delay the prayer, to oversleep, or after completing the prayer to immediately go back to bed and miss the barakah of the morning. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, warned us about shaitan tying 3 knots on the back of our necks while we sleep, whispering, "You have a long night ahead." But when you wake up, remember Allah, the first knot is undone. When you perform wudu, the second knot is undone. And when you pray, the 3rd knot is undone. The result, you wake up energetic with a fresh heart. But if you fall back to sleep heedlessly, shaitan tries to tie you again, making your morning heavy, your body lazy, and your day unproductive. Think of it this way. The morning after Fajr is the gateway of your rizq. Many people complain, "I feel no barakah in my wealth, no barakah in my time, no barakah in my health." And one of the hidden reasons is the neglect of the early morning hours. Allah has placed in them a blessing that cannot be found later in the day. If you use it well, it sets the tone for everything else. If you waste it, you feel like you are always chasing time, never catching up. Have you ever noticed how the most successful people, even outside of Islam, speak about the power of early mornings? They wake up before sunrise, they start their day early, and they feel accomplished while others are asleep. Now reflect, our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, already taught us this 1400 years ago. But when a believer does it, it is not just productivity, it is worship, it is light, it is barakah. You recite Qur'an while the angels bear witness. You make dua while the gates of heaven are open. You seek knowledge while your mind is fresh. You begin work while others are lost in heedlessness. This is the hidden secret most people do not realize about sleeping after Fajr. Of course, there are exceptions. If someone has prayed all night or their body desperately needs rest, Islam allows balance. But for most people, falling asleep after Fajr is nothing but a habit, a loss of the most blessed part of the day. And that habit silently kills barakah. If you truly want your day, your wealth, your health and your heart to be blessed, then guard your Fajr and guard the morning after it. So what can you do instead of sleeping after Fajr? Begin with a few minutes of dhikr. Say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar and La ilaha illallah. Open the Qur'an and recite even half a page. Make dua for your family, your rizq, your hereafter. Sit and reflect upon the sky, the sunrise, the birds. All of this brings tranquility to the anxious heart. And if you have work, begin it early. Even if you study, start with your books, then you will see how your mind retains knowledge in the morning far better than at night. My beloved brothers and sisters, the world today has flipped the natural order. We stay awake late at night, wasting hours, then we sleep through the most blessed time of the day. Then we complain of stress, lack of energy and emptiness. Islam gave us the solution long ago. The secret is not just in praying Fajr, but in valuing the hours after it. That is when Allah sends down sustenance. That is when your duas carry weight. That is when your heart feels closest to peace. If you want to change your life, start with this one habit. After Fajr, stay awake, even if only for an hour. Fill that hour with Allah's remembrance, with Qur'an, with productive work. Make it your time of barakah. Protect it as you would protect treasure. And then watch how Allah transforms your days, your wealth, your health and your heart. So my dear brothers and sisters, the hidden secret of sleeping after Fajr is that you are unknowingly giving up the blessings of your day. Most people don't know this, or they ignore it. But now that you know, will you let shaitan steal your morning? Or will you rise with the light of Fajr and capture the barakah Allah has placed in it? The choice is yours. And before we continue deeper into this topic in the next part, let me remind you, with kindness, if this reminder touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to our channel and share it with someone who may not know this secret. Because perhaps through your share, another soul may learn to cherish their mornings and their life may be filled with the barakah of Allah. My beloved brothers and sisters, when we speak about the secret of sleeping after Fajr, we are not only talking about missing out on physical productivity, but also on spiritual opportunities that are so rare and precious. The morning after Fajr is a gift that Allah has wrapped for you every single day. It is a doorway to His mercy, and most of us close the door ourselves by going back to sleep. Think of it. How many times have you prayed Fajr, gone back to bed, and then woken up hours later feeling heavy, groggy, and regretful? You might even say, I prayed Fajr, but why do I still feel so lazy and empty? The answer is simple. You captured the prayer, but you lost the barakah. The secret is not only in standing for prayer, but in what you do immediately afterward. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, would remain awake after Fajr. He would sit with his companions, teaching them, reminding them, or remembering Allah together until sunrise. The companions, may Allah be pleased with them, learned from this practice. They built their lives around the early morning. Their businesses began then. Their journeys began then. Their ibadah began then. They understood that the morning was a fountain of blessings and they drank deeply from it. This is why they became the strongest generation in history, because they were people of the morning light, not the darkness of heedless sleep. Many of us today wonder why our hearts feel restless, why our minds are always anxious, and why peace seems far away. We scroll endlessly on our phones late at night, then wati. Ache up, tired and spiritually empty. But if you break this cycle, if you realign yourself with the natural rhythm Allah intended, you will notice a transformation. Your heart will feel lighter, your mind sharper, your soul closer to Allah. This is the hidden cure that many overlook. Allah tells us in the Qur'an, and establish prayer at the two ends of the day and at the approach of the night. Indeed, good deeds do away with misdeeds. Hud 11:1-14. Notice the prayer at the early morning is emphasized, because at that time your mind is free from the clutter of the world, your heart is fresh, and your connection to Allah is pure. If you throw that away with sleep, you are essentially discarding the very foundation of your day. Brothers and sisters, I want you to reflect on something. What do successful people value the most? Time. They know that wasted hours can never be recovered. And Allah has given us the early morning as a sacred opportunity to use our time wisely. If even worldly success comes from using the morning, then imagine the spiritual success when we combine it with worship. Imagine beginning your day with Qur'an, dua and reflection while others are still asleep. You are already ahead, not only in dunya but in akhirah as well. Shaitan knows this secret too. That is why he fights hardest to keep you in bed after Fajr. He whispers, just 10 more minutes, you deserve it. Sleep now, you can read the Qur'an later. Rest now, work later. But later never comes. And when it does, it arrives without barakah, without light, without energy. This is why so many people complain about procrastination and lack of willpower, because shaitan robbed them of the morning. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, told us that the early morning is the time when provision is distributed. Subhanallah, think about that. While the angels are descending with sustenance and blessings, are you awake to receive it or asleep to miss it? Perhaps this is why many people struggle financially or emotionally. They don't realize that they are blocking their all. on blessings by neglecting the morning. But here is the good news. Allah is merciful. He has given you another chance every single day. Every dawn is a fresh start. Every Fajr is a new beginning. You do not need to carry the regret of yesterday's wasted morning into today. You can decide now that tomorrow after Fajr you will stay awake. Even if it is only for 30 minutes, fill it with Qur'an, dua or quiet reflection. Start small and you will taste the sweetness of barakah. Let me share with you a story. A brother once complained that he could not find peace, his business was failing and his heart was anxious. He would pray Fajr and go back to sleep until late morning. An elder advised him, change one habit. After Fajr, stay awake. Read Qur'an, make dhikr, begin your work early. The brother listened. Within weeks, his mindset shifted. He felt calmer, more focused, and even his business began to improve. Was it magic? No. It was the barakah that Allah had placed in the early morning. Brothers and sisters, remember that life is not about how many hours you live, but how much barakah is in those hours. 1 hour with barakah can achieve more than 10 hours without it. That barakah lives in the early morning. And when you capture it, you feel a flow in your day, a peace in your heart, and a strength in your soul. So let me ask you, will you continue to give away your mornings to shaitan? Or will you rise with the angels and take hold of the blessings that descend at dawn? The choice is yours. And as we prepare to dive even deeper in the final part, I want to remind you gently, if this reminder has touched your heart, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel and share it with others. Perhaps someone else struggling in silence may find peace by learning this hidden secret of Fajr. And my beloved brothers and sisters, as we reach the final part of this reminder, I want you to pause and reflect deeply. How many of our days have passed in heedlessness? How many mornings have been wasted, buried under the blanket while the sun rose with opportunities, blessings and sustenance that we did not even notice? We complain of emptiness in our hearts, of anxiety in our minds, of chaos in our homes, yet we overlook the small daily choices that make all the difference. One of the greatest secrets lies in what we do after Fajr. The hidden wisdom is that the morning is not only about productivity, but about connection. Connection to Allah, connection to your soul, connection to your purpose. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was the most productive man in history, yet his mornings were not filled with worldly noise. They were filled with Qur'an, dhikr, dua and sincere conversation with Allah. When you capture that spirit, you carry peace with you throughout the day. You are not only working, but working with barakah. You are not only studying, but studying with clarity. You are not only living, but living with light. The companions, may Allah be pleased with them, knew this secret. They would stay after Fajr engaged in remembrance until sunrise. They built habits that changed their lives. They did not allow shaitan to steal their mornings. And that is why, despite being fewer in number, they achieved victories that shook the world. They began with Fajr and with the hours after it. Do not underestimate what a single morning can do for your life. If you wake up tomorrow after Fajr, stay awake, open the Qur'an, read even 10 verses, raise your hands in dua and begin your day early, you will feel the difference. Multiply that by weeks, months and years and you will see your life transform. Your anxiety will ease, your energy will rise and boom, your heart will find calmness. Because Allah Himself promised, indeed in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Brothers and sisters, anxiety today is one of the greatest struggles for humanity. People are lost in endless scrolling, constant comparison, chasing wealth, chasing success, and yet feeling empty inside. Islam gave us the cure long before psychologists gave it a name. Begin your day with Fajr, protect the hours after it, and you will discover a peace that the world cannot give you. Imagine your heart as a container. When you start your day with heedlessness, you fill it with noise, stress and heaviness. But when you begin with Allah, you fill it with light, calmness and strength. That light carries you even when the world tries to weigh you down. That strength carries you through challenges, and that calmness protects you from despair. The morning is the secret key that unlocks all of this. And remember, brothers and sisters, Islam is not about extremes. It does not mean you can never rest after Fajr. Sometimes your body needs it, sometimes your work schedule demands it. But what Islam teaches is wisdom. Do not make sleeping after Fajr a habit that robs you of blessings. If you need rest, take it in balance. But make sure that most of your mornings are spent in remembrance, reflection and productivity. That is how you unlock the secret. A scholar once said, whoever wastes his morning has wasted his day, and whoever wastes his day has wasted his life. Think about this carefully. How many lives are wasted not in years, but in mornings? You can change your destiny by changing your mornings. One decision tomorrow can set a new pattern for the rest of your life. So my dear brothers and sisters, as we close this reminder, I ask you, what will you do tomorrow? Will you pray Fajr and then bury yourself again in sleep? Or will you rise with two? He angels, fill your heart with light and receive the blessings Allah sends down at dawn. The choice is yours and the consequences are eternal. Do not let another morning pass you by. Do not let another chance slip through your fingers. Begin with small steps. After Fajr, sit for 10 minutes. Read a little Qur'an. Remember Allah. Make dua for your family. Plan your day. Slowly increase that time. And watch how your life begins to change. The heaviness will lift. The anxiety will ease. The blessings will flow. Because this is the secret the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, gave us when he prayed, "O Allah, bless my nation in their early mornings." This is the hidden secret of sleeping after Fajr. Most people don't know it and many ignore it. But now that you know, you have no excuse.